Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to One Piece, chapter 1156. But let's talk a little bit about 1155. So we got a lot about Rocks. We didn't actually see much of him, just getting to see him do things. It was a lot of like the narrator telling us things about him. But it was still enough to get like a I'd say decent grasp in regards to him, to having just one chapter dedicated to him so far in regards to what he's about. So he charges up, conquers Haki, and injures little kid Loki with it. All right. Then we get a flashback within the flashback about what apparently he must have known about Imu's existence before he got into the flower room, and it was more so like a confirmation of something he already suspected. Now, how did he suspect it? Who, where could he have gotten such information? Who knows? Also, I'm still not sure, like, if the lady that looks like a nun is supposed to be Gunko, but she definitely looks like her a lot. Then he says that's one of the best panels in the, well, technically it's two panels of the chapter, when Rox looks at Imu with like both a glare and a smile as he says, "I'll be back right here." So yeah, like, what exactly did he mean by this? I'm not sure, but it makes sense with his goal of wanting to be the king of the world. Then he met Harold, and he was pretty impressed by it as they clashed swords, and it seemed like they both had conquerors. Makes sense. And that's when we get like quite a bit of exposition about him. So this is when he killed the Navy Admiral. Now we don't get anything about like, who the Admiral was. If it's someone that could be related to someone we know, or something we don't know. But still pretty impressive that even before he was labeled a pirate, he was already strong enough to do that. And actually, let me check. It's kind of hard to really say because we don't get like a good look at his full body, but it doesn't really seem like the Admiral he killed gave him like a big injuries if he was able to clash with Harold with no problem. So yeah, I think by this time Garp, Sengoku, and Osuru might have been like young Marines, probably like in their 20s. I'm not exactly sure specifically. Okay, so that's what got his name launched into infamy, because of course him getting into the flower room that cannot be made public. then he was just at every turn defying the government and going against them. And he apparently was also big on, it seems like the way that it's worded, that he got all his crewmates through DB backfights. Which, okay, this alone is like, okay, DB backfights are definitely becoming important in the final saga somehow. Like, I've seen some people say, even before this, that it was gonna come back for, like, a Straw Hats versus the Cross Guild, but I'm not sure, but it's definitely making a comeback. It's just so funny that before this, it was like, oh, it's just Foxy. Like, sure, we knew that pirate crews were doing it, like, really seriously, but this is the first time where I was like, oh yeah, no, this was a serious thing. And that's how they arrived at Elbaf, with, you know, Rox wanting to recruit Harold. And if he had said yes, he might have been the first one that he got by just asking. But yeah, we got that little moment that got me to tear up, where Harold is back, and Loki is like, wow, I cannot believe he came back. But surely it's not because of me. That wouldn't make him come back. Like, oh, my baby boy. And so, yeah, Harold is really out of the loop in regards to his kids' emotions and how much trauma he carries, and the way that he's treated by the rest of the country. Okay, so we got Shiki, Miss Bucking, Don Marlon. I said, like, oh, I think he might be, you know, like, from, like, the gangs that Beji was from. Maybe. I've seen some people say that that could be the case. Whitebeard, Wang Ji. I said that he gave me Caribou vibes, and well, that also was like, yeah, multiple people were saying that he could be Caribou's dad. And that would make a lot of sense if he's directly related to someone who was a big player in his crew, and why he has such a high view, or just, you know, he idolizes Blackbeard. There's Gansui, and this one is the one that I did not clock whatsoever, but he does look like one of the cooks from Baratie. I forget which one though. Carne or Patty? Then Rox talks about the deal that he made with the government, except he's not gonna honor the deal, because why would he? I'll be king of the world, yep. And Harold doesn't criticize him by, you know, you shouldn't be. Well, I mean, he does, right? But he's not, like, super harsh about it. He's just like, you know, I'd rather not. Also, you're making an enemy out of the entire world? That's too much to handle. Which is interesting. And he has this line. Damn, did I miss it? It's the one where he says, like, yeah, people's nature doesn't ever change. And I did not notice that it's very similarly worded to Blackbeard's. People's dreams never end. At least in Japanese, I think it's pretty much the same. So, yeah, like, because at first it was like, huh, like, how could he have that mentality. I guess he's never known someone who is capable of change. You know, they've stayed the way they are for as long as he's known them. People's nature doesn't ever change. But at the same time, you know, maybe it's also a thing of like, yes, you may change throughout your life, but at your core, there may be things that will always stay the same, regardless of how many experiences and lessons you learn throughout. Maybe. But yeah, he keeps making or trying to convince Harold to join him, but instead he got Loki to be like enamored with his idea and the way that he's going about it. I already talked about like why, you know, like he's trying still, well, still, he with this he's going about it like, oh, if I could become the king of the world, then people would respect me and would have to treat me better than they do now. So that's sad. But yeah, 4 years later, after Harold ignored invitations, Brooks finally carried out his plan. Formidable joined up, aligned him. It caused the world to quake with terror. So that must have been, you know, God Valley. Alright, so let's get to chapter 1156. Of course, it's to Thursday, so it's TCV. I'll revisit it in the official, as usual. Oh, that's cool. All the protagonists of current Shonen Jump have a Pokemon with them. Luffy has Pikachu. I did not. Do not know enough about Pokemon to try and name them though. Sakamoto has like a green one, probably like a grass type. Tokiyuki has a brown one. Chihiro has a black and orange one. You know what? I'm not gonna try. Oh, yo, that's so cool! The actual chapter cover is like Luffy in the center, Nami laying down next to him. You got One Piece below them. Most of the crew are in miniature, just, you know, being carried by Luffy. In the bottom left, it's Zoro looking angry, actually. Bottom right is Gavan. Oh, I see. Top left is Rayleigh, top right is Sanji, and top middle is Roger. This is basically highlighting the Pirate Kings and their, you know, left and right wings. Though Nami definitely gets a bigger shout out than the rest of the Straw Hats that don't fit in those roles. I guess she's the queen, so she gets that. And the navigator. Okay. Back in those days, before the Great Pirate Era, there was some pirate attack. Why aren't any of you fighting back? You guys are useless. Certain idols from the seas. Idols, that's the name of the chapter. Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna get deeper into Loki and his feelings for rocks. They've taken everything. You men are hopeless. They were strong. You didn't lift a finger. Now, what are we supposed to do? Did someone have the metal men on me? Even the Marines could not oppose this group. They were known as the Kuja pirates. Oh. Okay. A crew that hailed from the elusive Isle of Woman. A fierce and stunning pirate band off limits to men. Gloriosa? Is she visiting Amazon Lily? I grow wary of my own beauty. Day and night, it always goes this way. I did not expect to get a closer look at her, but sure. Will I ever be free to shed it? It's so funny she's saying that as she's posing. Like, yo, she does not look tired of this. She's just yapping. Empress of Amazon Lily, captain of the Kuja pirates. Gloriosa, future elder Neon. Wait, captain of the Kuja pirates? How is she captain of the Kuja pirates but also a member of Rocks? Unless after 4 years she already left Rocks. So this is after God Valley. This picture of perfection. Yeah, Captain Gloriosa is a goddess. She's unbearably cute. I'm in love. Her radiance is making my mind go blank. My heart cannot afford to beat this hard. You know, obviously the reactions are very reminiscent of people reacting to Shanks. Sure, but I was gonna say Hancock. Empress Gloriosa, here are your new fan letters. Oh, Toritoma. She's the Empress after Gloriosa, if I recall correctly from an SBS. And someone that has been speculated that this person could have been Crocodile before, transitioning. But now that we actually got her in the story, I'm so curious what Oda's gonna do with Toritoma. Honestly, I'm all for the theory. I don't I just want a Crocodile to be trans. He doesn't have to have been from Amazon Lily, but I think this could really fit. It works with the timeline, and motivations could actually be even stronger if he was from Amazon Lily. Anyway, oh, these are for Lady Shaki. These are 100 times more. Wait. Oh, maybe I think I'm confusing. No, okay, so it's Gloriosa, Shaki, Toritoma, and then Hancock. That's the order. There are 100 times more. Toritoma, future Empress of Amazon Lily. I was saying oh wow, we're just focusing on her. She just got 2 panels. But still, though, she's being fully acknowledged now in the main story. So that's a little exciting. I'm just saying, if we don't actually see her die, the theory still has, it can still work. Hakuchi, upstaging your own captain is a total betrayal. Yeah, even her anger face is like an icy gem. Bro. No way, bro. At this point, it just feels like she's trying to be cute. Indeed, the only one set to outshine the radiant Gloriosa, the star of her era, was none other than her first mate, Shakuyoku. Oh, she was her first mate! Captain, enemy ahead. Oh, that's... Hello there, ahem. It's me, Roger speaking. It's the Roger pirates. Hand her over, Kuja pirates. Who? What are the Roger pirates? Oh, wait a minute. I feel like... I mean, I think it's just me. Like, I feel like we've seen this already in the Olden flashback and I forgot. But I was like, oh my god! Did the sails, below the Jolly Roger, did they always have Gold D Roger on them? That's crazy. Like, it was all, in full display, and the garment still managed to bury it. Oh my god, Roger with the hat! He looks so much like Ace. Today's the day we finally win her from you. We're taking your first mate, Shakuyaku? Do they want the DB back fight? Where do they want Shaki specifically? You never learn, Roger. Isn't being loved by a woman like me enough? What? Gloriosa liked Roger? Ooh, was that her, sickness? Love sickness? No. But, like... Oh, let me keep reading. Get her! Raw! What did you come to... Who did you come to take again? Bang! Yeah, Lady Shakuyaku. They say her every move was captivating. Shakuyaku's here! Everyone with hard eyes. Gavin, of course. I see Spencer in the back too. Roger looked shocked and blushing, but he didn't get the hard eyes just yet. Oh, Gavin. Yo, this is just one panel of her face back then. She looks like exactly like Hancock. She looks like she could be her mom. She kicks Gavin's axe. That's such a Hancock move. Just hearing you say my name is... And he got, interrupted. Long time no see, Roger. How dare you do that to Gavin? Oh, still no hard eyes, but he's blushing. So he's not fully immune to her charms. So he doesn't want to recruit her? He wants to fight her? Oh my god, bro. Yo. What? She's just letting Roger see everything underneath her skirt. Alright. Damn it, I like Shakuyaku too much. Hey, you too, Roger. Her face is still kind of obscured for some reason. Her beauty humbled even the mightiest of warriors. Oh, Roger. Oh. The Roger pirates are such losers. I say this affectionately. Because if I recall correctly, like, none of them, as far as we know, had a woman in their crew. So, like, what's the deal with that? Oh, we actually now get to see her face. Okay, so it's, I think, literally the biggest, outside of, like, the bangs, is the way her lips are drawn, that I'm like, okay, I see a difference between her and Hancock. Roger with the big, what's it called? The big bump in his forehead. You should know, I'll never submit to another's captivity. Like, what was the Roger Pirates' objective here? Like, what was their reason for wanting to take her? Like at first I thought it was like, oh, they want her on the crew. Then I was like, okay, maybe they want revenge on her because of something or other. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, take their treasure. You can take my soul while you're at it. Roger, you know I'm the one who likes you, right? Oh, Roger. Oh, Roger. He had someone like Gloriosa that was smitten with him, and he was acting foolishly like this. No, why, Roger, why? Out of the way, Gloriosa, you're blocking Shaki. No, Roger, why? No, no. That's a little disappointing. That, yeah, the whole of a, like, oh, the heart what wants what it wants and all, but, like, this seems more like his dick talking rather than his heart. But what do I know? Really? It must be so hard for you. Yeah, I'm surrounded by idiots. Really? The only reasonable one in the whole crew. She winks at him. He just looks annoyed or disgusted. Let's go. Oh my god, I just remembered. Aren't Rayleigh and Shaki sorta kinda married in the present? You know what? Even more Hancock vibes. If she fell in love with the one guy that wouldn't just, kiss her feet at the sight of her. He's just treating her like a regular person. I knew I liked Rayleigh a lot for a reason. Empress Gloriosa, it's the Navy. Get moving with the loot, don't leave a single crumb behind. On it. Hey, at least let us keep some of the food. We've spotted the Roger and Kuja crews. Tweak, snap a picture, it'll be worth a fortune. Knock it off. Hurry up, we gotta set sail. Why were the Roger pirates even here? Which I still am not sure. Roger, isn't that Garp's ship? What did you just say? Alright, man, new plan. Crush them. Yep, that's them, alright. They really were like magnets. The moment that they heard or saw each other, they're like, we gotta clash. Pirate Golden Roger, future King of the Pirates, Fathers of Ace. Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp, future hero of the Marines and grandfather of Luffy. I can't. He might have had heart eyes for Shaki, but he did not respect her enough to actually fight her, unlike Garp, so I'm just saying he definitely liked Garp more. Meteor Fist. Wow, they're here. Ara Mitama. Reference to a violent kind of spirit in Shinto. Oh, got it. It just had to be Garp's ship, didn't it? Garp! Roger! They're so silly. Look, Roger tried to get there first, but he got punched by Garp before that. Roger Garper Rocks, 3 who would be spoken of as legends in the Great Pirate era, but at their time their blood burned with the passion of youth. What the Empress Gloriosa, thought? The kuja were at the height of their popularity at the time. No one could speak of this era without mentioning them. Sister, hang in there. My heart aches. She's still swooning over Roger. I can't. So I guess the love sickness, it's only a thing if you're not, you know, seeing him often, because, you know, she's a pirate, so she can go and hang out with him whenever. But if you're an empress in Amazon Lily that will never get out of the island, then you die? Not sure exactly. Those two are so dreamy. I'm guessing they mean Gloriosa and Shaki. Many saw them as idols, and their wanted poster fetched high prices. Stalkers taking creep shots became a daily nuisance for the crew. That's unfortunate. So, yeah, I saw the title of the chapter being idols, and I was like, oh my god, it's all gonna be about Loki and rocks. We haven't seen them the whole chapter yet. This is so unexpected. But there's gotta be a reason why Oda decided to give the spotlight to the Kuja so much on this one. Soon after this encounter, Shakuyaku was crowned empress, and her popularity continued to grow to an unmanageable level. Okay. Oh, okay, we're back to Elbaf. Ida's Tavern, Elbaf. I saw Loki drowning after the ship capsized. He's always acting up so badly when you're not around. I honestly wonder whether I should help him or not. Sorry, and thank you for saving him. Loki, pull yourself together? No, man! You pull yourself together, Harold. What the hell? You shouldn't have even hesitated to help. How would you feel if Loki had died? Yo, MVP Ida? Let her... No, go off. Come on, Ida. Loki's the one who selfishly took the ship and sailed off. So what? He can just stand by and let a kid die? I drag him under and drown him myself 100 times over. Oh my god. I didn't ask anyone to save me. No. What? Loki can just say anything, and I'm just gonna be like, oh. And I'm gonna get teary-eyed and, like, you know, like that. His childhood is so sad. Damn it, that's the piss poor attitude I was talking about. You lost your mom and your dad's always quite busy. I was actually wondering if Loki and Ida had interacted at all. I mean, I feel like at this point, you know, there's so much bad blood between Loki and Hydaelyn. It would be too late, but you know, the trying is what matters. Oh, you lose your mom and your dad's always quite busy. I bet you must get pretty lonely, right, Loki? Shut up, you old hag. Haha, wouldn't it be better to stay with us? Well, at least she offered it. I think it was like last chapter or 2 chapters ago, where it was like, why didn't Harold give Loki to Ida? She would have been such a much better parental figure than anyone else available. No way! both Loki and Hydrogen say, which I expected. Loki at this point is already like closed off and doesn't believe that anyone will ever like genuinely love him and take care of him, so yeah, makes sense. And Hydrogen thinks that, just like a lot of the other villagers, that he's just the cause of anything bad that happens in the country. Plus the actual like mischievous things that Loki has done. That Hydrogen has no idea, why he's doing them. He doesn't understand. I'm on to you, Ida. You're just acting all motherly, so we'll let you move into the castle, aren't you? You're just a gold digger. Yo. Like, I understand why he's lashing out. But the fact that he's saying this when that fit his, I don't even want to call her mom, but that fit Esther so much more than it would ever do for Ida. That just adds to the sadness of it all. Screw you, Loki. What you said is unacceptable. Apologize right this instant. Don't you care how Ida feels? Oh, you kid are just too cute. Ida, please. At least tell him something wise about his behavior. You're being too sweet on him. I hate how he says such mean things to you. Stupid Loki. Matom, are you crying for me? Wait, is Matom the current owner of the bar? I think, yeah. The world is full of kind and beautiful people. I'm sick of this goddamn country. Every single one of you squeak and dirty. I'm going to be free, like rocks. Yep, definitely the wrong, but unsurprisingly person that he chose to be inspired by. Like, of course, with the upbringing that he's had. Of course he'd gravitate towards him. From then on, each time Rox visited to try and recruit Harold, Loki would attempt to join Rock's crew, but he would ultimately never get his way. Aren't you happy? I'm going to follow him out to sea, because I hate you all right back. Several months after the Rock's crew's takeover of Pirate Island. Wait. So did the first half of the chapter was after God Valley and this is before? Because like I said, like how would Gloriosa be captain of her own pirates if she was still part of the Roger Pirates? Because we saw her at God Valley. So, okay, maybe... Actually, but we didn't see her last chapter. So I think, no. She was the captain of the Kuja Pirates. And then at some point after the first half of this chapter, she joined Roxas. Probably through a Davy back fight. And that's how she was part of his crew there. Where the hell did you come from? I'm here to join the Rocks Pirates. Yeah, maybe in your dreams, but it ain't gonna happen. You won't even lay eyes on them. The Rocks Pirates are the ocean's all-stars of evil. See that fish-shaped boulder over there? That's where they're said to be holed up. Yeah, that's the skull from Hachinosu. It doesn't seem to have the holes for eyes. If you're dead set on meeting them, head on that way. Oh, I thought it was gonna be Loki. But this person is obviously not his size. But deeper into the island you go, the madder the bastards get. This person looks like they have a Wano-esque outfit. Good luck with a death wish. Yahahaha. Take that. Oh, yahaha, that'll teach ya. What? Who? Yeah, Kyo? The hitman? Yeah, look at his outfit. He does seem to be like, if not from Wano, definitely like Japanese inspired. Because, you know, there are some characters like Jinbei and Aramaki who, as far as we know, they're not from there, but they still have the aesthetic. Oh, what's Shiki's rival doing here? Okay. The strong gather around rocks and their presence attracted even stronger recruits. Kill the wicked. Future silver axe. That doesn't... I don't remember. Oh... No, I did not remember anything from this guy. I'm just remembering something that I did not say from last chapter. But I'll wait until I'm done with this. Oh, you're... Stay back, he'll kill you. What the... Okay, something exploded. Actually, that looks like those are gonna be the holes that the skull has in the future. What a view, look at the scenery. Busting a couple of holes in the place was the right call after all. Ain't that right? As I was saying, there's 2 devil fruits I'm after. Okay. One of them was likely on Elbaf. It'll only show its true power if Harold eats it. That's gotta be the devil fruit that Loki ate. And one of them maybe in God Valley? I mean, they must have known. No. Actually, that's not true. If I recall correctly, the fruits that they had as rewards in God Valley, they took them from the Rock Pirates, so it was originally theirs. We'll need those Galera folks too. Yeah, I've heard the legends, but Pirate Captain John. I'm using all my contracts to try and track them down. But there's nothing about a frozen army of giants. Pirate Charlotte Leland, future Big Mom. Even if you find them, what good are a bunch of corpses now? Yeah, only if you had the Kage no Mi, Morias. Although they wouldn't have their original personality. Pirate Struce and Linden's partner in crime. Exactly, there's no way to bring them back. Shut it, we're talking about dreams, don't be a downer. Ooh. No. There's Kaido. So he already joined them here. Pirate Barbell. Catfish Fishman. Even if they did come back to life, they would have no reason to listen to you. That's why we need Harold. He's the current king of Elbaf. Ah. That's not the only reason that Rox wants him, but that's gonna be a big one. Can't we just use our strength to force them to obey? We can do the same thing to that Harold guy too. Of course, Kaido already had this mentality. I mean, yeah, I remember his backstory. Future king of the beasts. Huh? Ooh, never say that again, you brat. Calm down, Rox. Oh my god, this is so wild to see. Kaido just getting kicked by rocks. I mean, yeah, he was just 15 years old, but still, it's so rare, so new. But at the same time, it reinforces what he thinks. Because Rox is stronger than Kaido here, that means he can just do that to him. Even though Rox is like what, like probably over 40, and Kaido's still a teen. Why you? Kaido, you too. Stop it. We just got this island. Do you two want to turn it into a ruin already? A group like this is bound to implode sooner or later, but this isn't the time. I just realized this is the second time that Rox has injured a kid until they bleed. He was just like that. Right, let's hold off on that till we cash in a little more. Get at you, horn-headed rookie. Harold is my good pal. If you I'll crush you if you say that crap again, Kaido. You could have just said that without kicking him. But, it's rocks. Listen up, you lot. Elbaf is the key to bringing down the Holy Land. Okay? What does he know? What did he know? If any of you don't buy that, then get lost. How much stock was he putting on the frozen giants? It's your choice if you want to stand with me on the Day of Destiny. But if you got the guts, follow me. I'll take you to the World's Summit. And we end with that double page spread of the Rocks Pirates. No Gloriosa though. I'm checking. Also, it seemed like she really liked Roger. But she ended up more in love with Whitebeard. No. Actually, no. I'm confusing her with Miss Bucking. Regardless though, I would have thought she would already be here. But yeah, no. The crew has formed. Isn't there one member missing? Unless I've misunderstood her presence there. And she wasn't there as a crew member, but as a ally. Maybe. There's a really cool double page spread though. Also, I'm still not remembering all of the names of the ones that we were not aware of before this flashback. Oh yeah, okay, so something I remembered is that where was it? In 1155. So I can't find the specific panel, but I remember that somewhere it said that Rox was inspired or really liked Davy Jones. No. He described himself as a worshipper of Davy Jones. I was like, who the hell is that in the One Piece universe? So Robin actually mentioned him back in Long Ring Longland. Let me get the panel. Okay, here. Chopper asks, who's Davy Jones? And she says, a pirate from long ago who was cursed by the devil to live in the depths of the seafloor, where it's said he yet lives to this day. That's the legend. Any sunken ships or treasure get locked away in Davy Jones's locker. So that's pretty... Yeah, that's kind of like a one-off mention, and you think, oh, that's never gonna come up again. Or at least I did. So I forgot all about that. And now here we are. Apparently Davy Jones was actually someone important enough for Rocks to know about him. And not just admire, but worship him. So yeah, that's interesting. Also, during Long Ring Long Land, Robin also made the first mention of a pirate paradise. I guess I'm gonna have to admit that Long Ring Long Land is uh, more relevant than I would have liked to admit. I just don't. You know, I'm still not a fan of it, but I'll admit it. Anyway, did not expect this chapter to be as much of about the kujas as it was. But I mean, the title did not lie. Shaki and Gloriosa were idols to a lot of the girls in Amazon Lily. Well, not just people in Amazon Lily. I said that if you talked about pirates during this era, like you had to mention the kuja. Yeah, no one could speak of this era without mentioning them. So they were at their most popular, like, ever, it seems like. Now, we don't know, like, how old the kuja are as a tribe. You know, like, do they date back to, like, the Void Century? We don't know. But that's what this makes it seem to be. Do I have, like, major thoughts about, like, Shaki and the Kuja pirates and the relationship between the Roger pirates? I mean, it's neat, you know, to establish it here. After all, because of the dynamic between her and Rayleigh. But yeah, right now I don't have like major thoughts in it. But it's cool to get more expansion on the, you know, Gloriosa and Shaki when they were Empress. And we got a formal introduction to Toritoma, which is just 2 panels, but she's there, and it's not a contradiction to crocodile theories, so I'll take it. That said, though, you know, she looks way too happy for the theory to, you know, like, because obviously she'd have to be, like, uncomfortable with the way that she is treated as a girl, and just how much the Kuja despise men. Now this could be her putting up a front, but I'm not like gonna try and do a whole analysis over 2 panels. She might have just been like, oh, you know, I don't want to be here and stay here my whole life. But she did genuinely admire Shaki. You know, admire her strength as a person. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this here. I don't really have really much more to say. But yeah, cool chapter. I'm still like, what did the Roger Pirates want? Like, I'm sorry if it's supposed to be obvious. Like, yes, Roger said, this is the day we finally win her from you. But like, did they want her in the crew? He didn't especially say so. Like, he did, or rather explicitly said so. But I guess that was their aim. But, you know, she says, I'll never submit to another's captivity? So she's saying Roger trying to recruit her by force as captivity. Which, like, fair enough. That's not how I took it, but, you know, that's definitely what it could be. If she doesn't want to leave, then you should respect her wishes. But yeah, that's it for right now. If you enjoyed this reaction, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.